Hi, I'm Olivia Coyne, and I'm your instructor for this class, ECE 101, Introduction to Early Childhood Education, online with Front Range Community College. I'm really excited that you're here and looking forward to learning along with all of you. A little bit about me. Again, my name is Olivia, and I have a master's degree in educational psychology with an emphasis on early childhood education. I started my career back in 2002 as a substitute teacher, and after staying on with that school in a lead teacher position, after about a year or so, I really just felt like I needed some more skills and tools in my toolkit in early childhood. So I went on to graduate school and did an internship with Boulder Journey School in Boulder, Colorado. Stayed on with Boulder Journey School for about 4 years. After I was finished intern teaching, I became a mentor teacher, and then did a project in which I worked for a company called Videatives, creating professional development products for early childhood educators, as well as working throughout the whole school of Boulder Journey School, implementing the project approach to early learning based on the practices of early childhood education from Reggio Emilia, Italy. In 2008, I took a position with Boulder County Head Start as the Senior Education Coordinator, and in that position I was responsible for the curriculum and education implementation across all areas of our program. I supervised all the teaching staff in that time as well. A few years ago, we changed our program a bit, and I became the education director. So I no longer directly supervised classrooms, but still did broader curriculum and worked with 3 managers who supervised each of the sites. Now I am the director and division manager, still with Boulder County Head Start, in the Community Services Department of Boulder County Government. I have been doing this since this past summer of 2015, and I love the Head Start program. It is fantastic. It's been one of the most amazing parts of my career to join Head Start locally and nationally to continue to serve our most vulnerable young children and families living in poverty and or immigrants to the United States, and also children with special needs. So that's a little bit about me. Don't hesitate to ask more about myself, my career, my background, or the Head Start program. I'm happy to talk your ear off about all of those things. So for your first assignment for this class, you're going to get to know each other a little bit, and we're going to do an icebreaker activity. I'm going to describe the icebreaker, and then I'm going to show you how to participate in it. So the icebreaker is going to be a discussion post, and in that discussion post, you're going to tell us your favorite toy, game, or activity from when you were a child. Tell us about this and describe it for us, and then also tell us why you think it was important to your development. So I will give an example. When I was a young girl, and maybe a middle-aged girl, my brother and I have just one brother, we used to go out into the woods near our house. We grew up in what I call the middle of nowhere, Maine. And we used to play in this very special space. There was a very large boulder off to the side of the property that I grew up on. And on the back side of that boulder, it was completely protected from any houses or cars or anything. It was really the middle of nowhere. And it looked vastly different than all the other surrounding forest around us. We called this place the beautiful world. And we would go out there often, and we would just play. We would make up plays, we would pretend to be princes and princesses and knights, or we would just play regular house, and we would just explore and free our minds and do a lot of different dramatic play in this place. So why do I think it was important for my development? Well, first, it allowed me to explore adult roles, both real and imaginary. So I could pretend to be my mom, or I could pretend to be my dad, or I could pretend to be a baby, or I could pretend to be my brother, who was called the baby. So that, I guess, is one and the same. But I could also pretend to be imaginary things that I couldn't actually be in the real world. Princes, princesses, and it allowed me to start to take perspective of what it might feel like to have different roles in the world. Also in this play, I got to commune with nature. I got to, something that we would do, there was so much moss. Maine is a really wet place, so we grew a lot of moss. And we would pick moss and we would relocate it all over the ground and call it our carpet. And I really believed that this relocated moss would grow roots and grow, and we would have this beautiful green, soft, lush carpet. Well, you might guess that didn't happen. The moss would dry up and die, and I'd have to consistently replace it. But I learned that something about nature and science, that moss just doesn't regrow wherever you plop it down, that it has to have a root structure and it has to have certain kind of soil and possibly nutrients to grow. So I learned a lot about nature in my time out there. I also think it really helped my development because it allowed me the freedom to play without adult interference and adult agenda, and it gave me a chance to develop things about myself without other people trying to push their agenda. And I think it's important for children to have that space. So that's my verbal discussion post. If you want to make a video and put it up as your discussion post, you are more than welcome to do that. We would love that. We would love to see your faces and hear your voice. You can record it with your phone and then upload it. You can upload it to YouTube or directly into the discussion post. I'm guessing most of you, however, would like to type your discussions, and that's perfectly okay. Either way you choose is fine. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you'll see, I'm going to minimize myself on the screen so you can see my D2L screen up here. Hopefully you can see it now. The D2L screen, when you log in, you'll have the name of the class here. This is obviously not our current class, but it should say ECE 101 in this top space here. And then discussions here. So if you click the discussions, you can then come down, you can look for the introductions topic. Click on that, and you can start a new thread where you need to introduce yourself. You need to tell us about your work in early childhood education. If you're not working, at least your interest in early childhood education. And then the icebreaker activity, tell us about your favorite toy, game, or activity from when you were a child, and why you think it was important to your development. That's going to get us started for our first discussion as we enjoy this ECE 101 together. Again, welcome, and I'm so glad you're here.